Manchester United's Romelu Lukaku escaped a ban for kicking out against Brighton. 18 games, 11 goals. Statistically, Romelu Lukaku has made a strong start to life at Manchester United. Signed to spearhead Jose Mourinho's attack, the Belgian has given the Old Trafford side a dynamism they have lacked of late. However, the blank drawn against Brighton means Lukaku has found the net just once in his last 10 league and cup outings. After a blistering start to the season, questions are being asked of the former Chelsea and Everton striker. The swagger has vanished from his play in recent weeks, but more concerning was Lukaku's lack of discipline in the narrow 10 win over Brighton on Saturday. It didn't say a great deal about his readiness to lead a title challenge. Indeed, the 24-year-old was fortunate to avoid retrospective action for aiming 2 kicks at Gattenbong, with replays clearly showing the Belgian actually making contact with his second kick. Lukaku was barely even provoked, either. It was the action of a player struggling to cope with the pressure being heaped on his shoulders. In the last minute, he was fighting and running back like he was in the first minute, so I think it is also a mentality question, Mourinho said after the weekend win over Brighton, highlighting the positive in Lukaku's performance. The way Romelu wins the corner for the goal, the way Romelu ends the game making tackles in the left-back position, that is the mentality I want. And unfortunately, not every player is the same. Players are men. Men are different. Men are unique cases. Some guys are capable to go into the limits of their efforts and some others guys even with a lot of talent, they don't manage to do that. So Romelu for me fantastic. He didn't score. I don't care. Your browser does not support on-site video. Thinking face, should Lukaku be looked at for kicking it or is it a nothing moment from the game? munbhahttps://t.cosimfanbo 11:25 am 26th, November 17th. Mourinho might claim that he cares not, but the reality is surely very different. The return of Paul Pogba from injury has given Manchester United a different dimension through the centre of the pitch, but what use is that if there is nobody in the final third, leading the line? To make the most of that dimension, the Manchester United boss must shoulder some of the blame for Lukaku's slump in form. Mourinho intensified the focus on the Belgian striker by creating a situation that didn't exist, defending Lukaku from criticism that never existed. Perhaps it was a ploy designed to show faith in the 24-year-old, but in effect, it has burdened Lukaku. He now plays with a heavy mind. But Lukaku must learn from his lucky escape against Brighton. By the letter of the law 12 to be precise, he should have been handed a 3-match ban which would have ruled him out of the first Manchester derby of the season, Manchester United's most important game of the campaign so far. He must show that he has the temperament and discipline to lead a title challenge, because at present it appears to be something that he lacks. Of course, many will point out that Lukaku is still something of a work in progress. There's still a rawness to his game that often manifests itself in the inexplicable spurning of goal-scoring opportunities. But it's Lukaku's mentality, not so much his player-finishing instinct, that must improve. His actions against Brighton showed how he has yet to progress in that regard. Lukaku was signed as the striker Mourinho needed to mount a title challenge. He might become that sort of figure, but he's not there yet. Want to read more football articles? Register with a Sportsman to personalize your newsfeed with your favorite sports and football team.